Was this trade worth it? Today, we'll be looking at a trade that's slightly personal to me. The New York Knicks sent RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quickley, and a second-round pick to the Toronto Raptors for OG Anunoby, Malachi Flynn, and Precious Achiuwa. Now, let's look at it on the Knicks side. Well, the Knicks were 1-4 in their last 5 games. Even though they had a huge win against the Milwaukee Bucks on Christmas Day, that momentum did not carry in their next 2 games against the Magic and the Oklahoma City Thunder. It was clear that in the offseason, when they didn't offer Emmanuel Quickley an extension on his contract, they did not want him to stay. At this point, paying $20 to $30 million for a backup point guard in Quickley, although he is fantastic, if the Knicks do want that next superstar in their future lineups, like a Donovan Mitchell, or maybe a Cat, or maybe a Levine, paying $20 to $30 million for Quickley was not going to be worth it. And RJ Barrett, I literally have his number 9 right here. He's one of my favorite Knicks players. Was really excited when he joined the Knicks and was drafted by the Knicks. But unfortunately, his time is done. We have seen RJ's best moments when he has the ball, when he drives in, when he's aggressive, when he tries to make his own shots. That's when RJ Barrett is at his best. But the Knicks did not want that. They want RJ to be sitting in the corner, making those open shots, creating more spacing on the floor for the Knicks to run their offense. And although the Knicks are trading away 2 crucial players in their starting and second unit, in return, they're getting a fantastic 2-way player in OG Anunoby. The fit actually makes a lot of sense. OG could really hit the corner 3 very well. And since the Knicks offense is very heavy kick out, especially when Brunson's driving in or Randall's driving in, having OG open in the corner or even the wing 3 and hitting those shots are very good for the Knicks offensively and their spacing. Not to mention, OG's a fantastic defender, being able to guard any position on the court, especially since Mitchell Robinson is out for quite some time and the Knicks losing that size and rebounding. Having OG there is going to be the perfect fit, waiting for Mitch to come back healthy and heading deep into the season. It's going to be great for the Knicks. Now, let's look at it in the Toronto Raptors perspective. Right now, they're currently sitting in a play-in position, trying to possibly fight for a playoff position deeper into the season. The future of the team is still very unsure. It looks like Scottie Barnes is there to stay. He's performing very well, very efficient numbers, but the idea of maybe keeping Pascal Siakam, or are they going to trade him away to get some more assets, rebuild around Scottie, has always been in question. Now, them getting Quickley is absolutely huge because right now they really only have Dennis Schroeder running the offense at the point guard position. But we've seen how well Emmanuel Quickley's usage has been, especially off the bench. So imagine him now starting in a team full-time, getting those minutes in, especially developing as a young player. It's a great spot for Emmanuel Quickley to be in. It's a great asset for the Toronto Raptors to get. And RJ Barrett is now back home, back in Toronto with his friends and family. He said he's been a Raptors fan his entire life growing up in Canada. So at least it's good to see that in this major time in his life, in his NBA career, he's at least being traded to a place where he's comfortable in. Now, what's going to be really interesting to see is how RJ is going to develop as a player. In this new look Raptors offense, are they going to give him the ball more? Is he going to be more of that shooter? Maybe improve his numbers a bit. The Raptors are much better when it comes to developing their players than the Knicks. So it's going to be really interesting to see what type of player RJ Barrett is going to be in the future. A lot of people are saying that this trade does not make sense unless the Knicks go out and get their superstar. And I completely agree with that because at the end of the day, you did trade away a starter and a key player in your second unit for a very good defensive wing, but you only traded him for one player and a player that's not going to really change the trajectory of this team. This OG Anunoby trade is a step to the right direction. As much as I love RJ and Emmanuel Quickley, this trade looked to be necessary, and I do really want them to stay, but if we really want to progress as a team and possibly fight for that conference title, maybe get to the finals or have that run, we still need more players and we need to make more moves. In regards for who won the trade, I think right now it is the Knicks because they are getting a player that's really going to help them in their playoff run this season and maybe the next 2 seasons. The Raptors were still not really sure of how Emmanuel Quickley is going to really do in that starting position because he's been playing off the bench basically his entire career. So now we're going to see how he does and develops as a player in that starting unit, but who knows? Maybe he could be a next All-Star. Maybe he could be a next great. I mean, we got to really see how Emmanuel Quickley plays out. And RJ Barrett, still a lot of question marks. There is something in him still. But if you could really develop him and make him the right player, that could be another loss for the Knicks. So right now, the Knicks probably won the trade. But in the future, who knows? It could be a complete steal for the Raptors. If I had to grade the trade for both teams, it's probably an A- for the Knicks and a B+ for the Raptors. Like I said, I think the Knicks right now slightly won the trade over the Raptors because OG Anunoby could be that good push and that future push for the Knicks to make a decent playoff run. The Raptors right now, it's still, a lot of question marks, like I said, but who knows? In the future, if these two players are Quickley and RJ could develop and be star-studded superstars, this could look like a complete steal for the Raptors.